Hi, Mr. Chu here. I'm going to be taking you the construction for congruent triangles. But first we have to recall how to duplicate segments, and that was from Investigation 3.1. A couple of things I want to do first is I got rid of my axes, so I have just open space to work with. And also I want to click on Options, go down to Labeling, and I want to check on All New Objects. That's going to help us later on. It's going to label all of our objects for us. Just to recap how to duplicate a segment, I'm going to click on my segment tool, click A, B. Now I'm going to construct a new point that is not on AB. And in Investigation 3.1, we use the circle with center and radius tool. Okay, our center was at C, and our radius was actually this length A. Okay, so that means that any point on this circle is equidistant from C, and that distance is the length of A. So if I construct my segment, then use our distance or length tool to measure the distance. So A is 3.13, B is 3.13. And just to be sure everything is working properly, I'm going to move this around. Notice that the lengths stay the same. Alright, open a new sketch. I'm not going to save this one. Let's go ahead and use our polygon tool to construct a triangle. It can be any type of triangle you want. Here's mine. Now, let's construct a point that is not on the triangle. And we are going to duplicate a segment. Let's duplicate BC. So using the circle with center and radius tool, we're going to have the center at D, and the radius is going to be A, lowercase a. Okay, now I want to plot my point on the circle. Okay, so how are these related? B is related to D, C is related to E, and that distance between D and E is the same measurement as A. Now let's do the same thing for point C, or rather E. Okay, we're going to construct a circle around that it has a center of E, that has a radius of B. We need to figure out where to plot our point A, and this is going to help us. So center at E, my radius is going to be B. Alright. We're not done yet though. I know you want to look at this and say that that intersection point is going to be where we're going to plot the point. Actually, it's not. We're going to create one more circle. Why? Well, we have only worked with two sides of the triangle. We need to figure out where this third side of the triangle is going to be. Okay. Now, let's use point D, and we're going to construct a circle with center D and radius C. Alright, now I have three circles. Let's try and figure out what's what. This inside circle we've already used. Okay, that's the distance between D and E. Now the circle around E we haven't used yet. We haven't plotted any point there yet. And then this outer circle, the one that we just created, we have not used yet as well. Let's go ahead and plot a point on the intersection between the two most recent circles. Okay, I have the circle, this outside circle, as well as a circle around point E. I'm going to plot that point right there. I'm going to connect my segments. Here we are. Now I'm going to go ahead and hide my circle. So if I right click on the circle, uncheck show object, hide this circle, uncheck show object, finally show object. Just to make sure that all my sides are congruent, we need to measure the distance or length. Okay, I'm going to measure each side of our original triangle. Make sure you're looking at only one side. If you click on the inside, it's going to give you the perimeter, which is going to be the total distance around. We want to make sure we're looking at each side individually. Now I'm going to look at the triangle that I just constructed. Okay. Alright. Looks a little messy, so I'm going to move things around a little bit. Alright, let's notice a couple things. Side AB, 3.12. Side FD, 3.12. AC has a measurement of 2.67, FE 267, BC 2.55, and DE 2.55. Just to make sure we did this correctly, let's go ahead and click on the Move toolbar button, and if we drag point B around, that's going to change the length of each side here. It should also change the length of each side here. Notice that all of them are still the same measurements. They all stay the same. All stay the same. All stay the same. Well, there you have it. Have a good one.